Welcome friends, to a journey deep into the heart of South America, to a nation of unparalleled natural beauty, profound history, and vibrant, enduring indigenous culture, the plurinational state of Bolivia. This is a country that holds the key to some of the world's most unique and extreme environments, from the highest navigable lake to the driest salt flats, and is a destination that promises every traveler a truly transformative experience. We aim to take you on a comprehensive verbal tour, sharing essential knowledge, historical context, and practical travel guidance. The plurinational state of Bolivia is a landlocked nation, bordered by 5 countries, Brazil to the north and east, Paraguay and Argentina to the south, and Chile and Peru to the west. This geographical positioning, separated from the Pacific Ocean following the War of the Pacific in the late 19th century, has profoundly shaped its economic and political identity. Spanning an impressive 1,098,581 square kilometers, Bolivia is the 28th largest country in the world and the 5th largest in South America by area. Its sheer size, combined with a relatively sparse population, results in a low population density, with approximately 11 people per square kilometer, despite having a current population of nearly 12.3 million people. This demographic distribution places it as the 81st most populous country globally and the 8th largest in South America. The majority of Bolivia's people, roughly 70%, live in urban centers, while the remaining 30% reside in rural and often remote areas. Bolivia uniquely operates with 2 capitals, Sucre, which is the official constitutional and judicial capital, where the Supreme Court of Justice is located, and La Paz, which serves as the administrative and governmental capital, housing the presidential executive branch and the legislative National Congress. This dual capital status reflects the country's complex history and political structure. The official country calling code is +591, and the internet domain is .bo. In terms of traffic, vehicles in Bolivia drive on the right side of the road, which is crucial information for any visiting drivers. The country's demographics are a reflection of its deep indigenous roots and colonial past. A significant portion of the population identifies as indigenous, primarily Quechua and Aymara, giving Bolivia the highest percentage of indigenous citizens in the Americas. This rich heritage is legally recognized in the country's constitution, which acknowledges an astonishing 37 official languages, of which Spanish is the most widely spoken, though Quechua and Aymara are predominant in the highlands. For tourists, it is important to note that very few people outside the main tourism hubs speak English, making a basic knowledge of Spanish or hiring a local guide highly beneficial for smooth communication. Bolivia is a land defined by its extreme altitude and remarkable geographic diversity, offering environments that exist nowhere else on Earth. The country is broadly divided into 3 main geographical zones. The Andean Highlands, or the Altiplano, is a vast, high-altitude plateau that dominates the western third of the country. This region is home to the major cities of La Paz, El Alto, Oruro, and Potosí. The altitude here is staggering, with La Paz sitting at an elevation of roughly 3,650 meters, 11,975 feet, making it the highest administrative capital city in the world. The air is thin, the landscape is stark and beautiful, and the cold climate is demanding. It is on the Altiplano that you find one of the world's most stunning natural wonders and a major Bolivian landmark, Lake Titicaca. Situated at an elevation of 3,812 meters, 12,507 feet, above sea level, it is the highest navigable lake in the world and the largest freshwater lake in South America by volume. Shared with neighboring Peru, Titicaca is revered as the birthplace of the Inca sun god and is a spiritual center for the Aymara and Quechua people. Its deep blue waters, the traditional reed boats, and the tranquil islands draw countless tourists annually. Moving south on the Altiplano, you encounter the vast, flat landscape of the Salar de Uyuni. At over 10,000 square kilometers, it is the world's largest salt flat. This surreal expanse of white is the remnant of a prehistoric lake and holds over half of the world's lithium reserves. During the dry season, it is a blindingly white, hexagonal mosaic. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water transforms it into the world's largest natural mirror, creating unforgettable optical illusions and drawing photographers and travelers from every corner of the globe. In contrast, the eastern two-thirds of the country, the Yungas and the Amazonian lowlands, Llanos and Chaco, are comprised of tropical rainforests and savannas. A significant portion, approximately 7% of the vast Amazon rainforest, lies within Bolivian territory, giving the country an immense level of biodiversity. This region, centered around cities like Santa Cruz de la Sierra, is hot, humid, and rich in exotic flora and fauna, including rare anacondas, caimans, jaguars, and capybaras. The ecological contrast within Bolivia is one of its most defining features, offering everything from glaciers to humid jungle within a few hours' travel. Bolivia's history is ancient, dramatic, and foundational to South American civilization. It is considered one of the cradles of ancient South American culture, dating back to the Tiwanaku civilization, circa 500 to 1000 AD. The ruins of Tiwanaku, near Lake Titicaca, represent one of the most important pre-Inca cultures, showcasing a sophisticated knowledge of agriculture, stonemasonry, and astronomy. Following the decline of Tiwanaku, the region became a vital part of the vast Inca Empire until the arrival of the Spanish. The Spanish conquest in the 16th century was driven by the discovery of vast silver deposits, most famously at Cerro Rico, Rich Hill, in the city of Potosí. Potosí quickly became one of the wealthiest and most populous cities in the world, the engine of the Spanish colonial economy. The silver mined here, largely extracted through the brutal exploitation of indigenous laborers, funded the Spanish Empire for centuries, leaving a legacy of immense wealth and deep colonial exploitation. The city of Potosí, with its stunning colonial architecture, remains a potent symbol of this history and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, though it is one of the highest cities in the world, sitting at over 4,000 meters. The fight for independence began in the early 19th century. After years of struggle, the Republic of Bolívar was proclaimed on August 6, 1825, later renamed Bolivia in honor of its liberator, Simón Bolívar. The centuries following independence were turbulent, marked by political instability and numerous territorial wars with its neighbors. The most devastating of these was the War of the Pacific, 1879 to 1883, which resulted in Bolivia losing its coastal territory to Chile, making it a landlocked country and instigating a national goal, still pursued today, of reclaiming sovereign access to the sea. The 20th century was equally tumultuous, characterized by military coups, the devastating Chaco War with Paraguay, and profound social and political unrest driven by the struggle between the indigenous majority and the ruling elite. A pivotal moment arrived in 2006 with the election of Evo Morales, the country's first indigenous president, ushering in a new political era focused on social reforms, nationalization of key industries like gas, and the formal recognition of indigenous rights. The 2009 constitutional reforms officially renamed the country the plurinational state of Bolivia, recognizing its multi-ethnic and multilingual nature. This rich, often painful, but ultimately resilient history is palpable in every city, from the colonial grandeur of Sucre to the bustling markets of La Paz. Bolivian culture is a powerful blend of indigenous traditions and Spanish colonial influences, resulting in a unique national character. Catholicism is the dominant religion, with approximately 87% of the population identifying as Christian, though indigenous spiritual beliefs, centered on the worship of Pachamama, Mother Earth, are often syncretized with Catholic practices. The remaining population includes a small percentage of Muslims, Hindus, Baha'is, and Jewish people, but about 10% adhere to no specific religion. The enduring strength of indigenous traditions is one of Bolivia's most striking features. Festivals and celebrations are vibrant, featuring intricate, elaborate traditional costumes and powerful music played on indigenous instruments like the zampona and quena. The Carnival of Oruro, another UNESCO masterpiece, is one of the largest folklore events in the world, showcasing a spectacular array of dances that tell the stories of indigenous, Spanish, and African heritage. In daily life, the concept of community and family is central. Bolivians are known for their resilience, warmth, and strong sense of cultural pride. While traditionally reserved, they are generally welcoming to tourists, particularly those who show respect for their deep-rooted customs. The average age for marriage is 21, but in certain indigenous and rural communities, marriage and cohabitation may occur earlier. The country boasts a commendable literacy rate of approximately 94%, a significant achievement for a developing nation. The cuisine is hearty and reflective of the highlands, heavily featuring potatoes, corn, and beans. Meat consumption is high, and Bolivians are known for their fondness for pork, often prepared in stews or roasted dishes like lechon. Staple dishes include saltinas, pique macho, and sopancho. Bolivia is categorized as one of the poorer countries in South America, though recent decades have seen significant economic growth driven by the export of natural gas and minerals. The total GDP is approximately $45 billion, with an average annual per capita income of about $3,800. However, economic inequality remains a major challenge. Around 37% of the population lives below the poverty line, with approximately 11% in extreme poverty. Poverty is particularly concentrated in rural, indigenous communities in the Altiplano. Despite these challenges, the country is making strides in diversifying its economy, with tourism emerging as a critical source of foreign revenue due to the unique appeal of its natural and archaeological sites. The economic future is also tied to the vast lithium reserves under the Salar de Uyuni, positioning Bolivia as a key player in the global electric battery market. A trip to Bolivia is a high-altitude, high-adventure experience that requires some preparation. Experience the sheer scale of the Andes in La Paz, with its dizzying altitude, dramatic cable car system, and vibrant witches' market, where indigenous herbalists sell traditional remedies and offerings to Pachamama. Visit the Moon Valley just outside the city for surreal geological formations. The elegant, White City is famed for its stunning colonial architecture and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It offers a more tranquil, European-like experience compared to the bustling Altiplano cities. It's a great place to learn Spanish or explore Bolivian history. Visit the city that was once the richest in the Americas. Tour the Casa Nacional de la Moneda and, for a stark historical experience, tour the Cerro Rico silver mines to witness the challenging conditions that remain today. A multi-day 4x4 tour across the Salt Flats is the ultimate Bolivian adventure. See the blinding white expanse, the Incahuasi Island, colored lagoons with flamingos, and geysers in the surrounding high-altitude desert reserves. From La Paz, fly or take a dramatic bus journey to the jungle town of Arenabac, the gateway to the Amazon. The Pampas tour offers incredible wildlife viewing, including pink river dolphins, caimans, and anacondas, while the jungle tour provides a more intense rainforest experience. Altitude sickness is a serious risk. Upon arrival in La Paz, take it easy for the first 48 hours. Drink plenty of water, avoid alcohol and heavy meals, and sip coca tea. If flying into the country, consider flying directly to a lower city like Santa Cruz and gradually moving up in altitude. Tap water is not safe to drink. Use only bottled or purified water, even for brushing teeth. Petty theft can be a problem in busy markets and on public transport, so keep valuables secure and use reputable taxis. The local currency is the Boliviano. US dollars are sometimes accepted in major tourist areas, but carrying local currency is essential, especially in smaller towns. Credit cards are accepted in major hotels and upscale restaurants in large cities, but cash is king everywhere else. Buses are the cheapest way to travel long distances, but they can be slow and uncomfortable. Buses are available for overnight routes. For comfort and safety, domestic flights are a good option for connecting the Andes to the lowlands. Bolivia operates on GMT-4. It is approximately 8.5 hours behind Afghanistan, 9 hours behind Pakistan, 9.5 hours behind India, and 10 hours behind Bangladesh. Due to the vast distances, plan travel time generously. For example, the distance from Bolivia to Bangladesh is approximately 17,165 kilometers, highlighting the need for extensive travel planning. Bolivia is a land that requires patience and respect, but in return, it offers sights and experiences that are unparalleled on the planet. It is a nation of extremes, a journey through history, and a vibrant cultural experience that promises to enrich the soul. Go with an open mind, be prepared for adventure, and discover the true, resilient heart of South America.